Let's solve some inequalities. If you've worked with one-step, two-step, or multi-step equations, the same rules will apply to this. The only thing different is that you have little weird symbols instead of equal signs. So if you look here, I've put the different symbols that you're going to see. You have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. You might want to keep that handy. It just kind of helps you when you're reading the problem out loud. It's a good thing to know. And what it means is also good to know. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to solve. And right here, it says to solve an inequality, you follow the same rules as when solving an equation. So the solution of an equality is a set of numbers known as the solution set. When you solve an equation, you check your work by substituting the number for the variable and solving the problem. When you solve an inequality, you select any number in the solution set and substitute that number for the variable. I'll show you what that means. Don't worry if you don't understand all those words. So normally we're used to solving and checking. Today we're going to do solve, check, and graph. I love inequalities. I know I say that on a lot of stuff, but I think inequalities are fun. I like the graphing part of it. It just changes it up a little bit. So what you're going to do when we solve equations, we drew a line down the equal side. Today we're going to draw it down the inequality side. We're going to do the same thing. I know a lot of you could look at this problem and you could say you know what the answer is, but it's going to get more challenging. So practice with the easy stuff on how to solve this, and then it'll get easier and it won't be as difficult when you get to the really difficult problems. So you look at the equation or the inequality, what's happening to it? -8. Remember, your goal is to get the variable or the letter by itself. So you're minusing 8, so we need to do the inverse operation, the opposite operation, which means to plus 8. So I'm going to plus 8 on both sides, plus 8 on both sides, and then I'm going to solve it. So the left-hand side would cancel and I'd be left with x, and then 11 plus 8 would be 19. Now, instead of writing x equals 19, you're going to write x is less than 19. You don't change the symbol on these problems. There will be something when you get to multiplication and division that you'll have to do. There's a little trick, but for now, you just bring it down with it. So what does this mean? This means that any answer that is less than 19 is going to be a good answer. And honestly, guys, I would graph it first. Here's how I would graph it. You've got a blank number line here. So I would just put 19 close to the middle. And then I would go ahead and add in some other numbers here. You don't have to go all the way, just so you kind of understand the basics of it. When you're graphing, if it is less than or equal to, if it is less than or greater than, you're going to just circle the number. Now up above, I showed you the greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. If those are included, you're going to color in, because that means that you can include that answer. So then you've got to shade one direction or the other. You want to show what the correct answers would be, the solution set. So little trick, if the letter is first, this symbol right here matches up with this right here. And so you're going to shade this direction. What that means is any number less than 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13 would make this statement true. So we're going to check it. I like to pick low numbers. So I'm going to pick, let's see, 10. So 10 minus 8, I'm just plugging it in for x. Give me any number less than 19, remember. Would equal, or is less than 11. So now we're going to simplify this. Is 2 less than 11? Think back to like early elementary when you learned about the alligator eating the bigger number. This is a correct statement, so that answer is correct. So solve, graph it, and check it. Let's try another one. All right, we're going to try this one right here. X plus 11 is greater than 3. So same thing. If you feel confident in this, why don't you try pausing it and seeing if you can get this one correct. So I'm going to draw a line down the equal sign, and then I'm going to do the opposite operation. which for this one would be minus 11, minus 11. So you're going to solve it. On the left-hand side, the 11s cancel out, which is what you want, x. And then 3 minus 11, I think is 8. It's negative 8. Okay? And then you're going to leave your symbol there. So I rewrite it here. This is saying anything greater than negative 8. So I'm going to come over here and graph it, put a negative 8. Now you do want to know number lines. So number lines, they're going to get bigger going to the right, and they're going to get smaller going to the left, which feels like the opposite with the negative numbers. But this is what a negative or a number line looks like with negative numbers. Okay? So remember, it's just a greater than, so we're just going to circle it. We're not going to shade it in. If the equal sign was underneath it, then we would shade it in. And then we need to know what direction. Well, if you look, this matches up with this. So this is saying that anything greater than negative 8 is going to be your answer. So it could be negative 7, negative 6, negative 5. It could be 0. It could be positive numbers. Anything greater than negative 8. So that's how we're going to check it. I'm going to put 0. You can pick any number you want. And look, 11 is greater than 3. So I know that this is correct. Okay. Now let's try the next one. Oops. This one, I believe one more. Okay, so for this one, why don't you pause it and work it out yourself? See how far you can get, and then see if you get it right. So I'm going to go ahead and solve it. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. The left-hand side cancels out, and I'm left with A, and 9, 10, 11, 12. So my answer would be A is less than or equal to 12. Now the only reason that 12 matters is because, or the only reason the sign matters is because you're going to now shade this one in. So I'm going to put a 12, and I'm going to circle it and color it in because 12 can be included in our problem. So I might use 12 to check my answer. And then we know that it could be any number less than this, so I'm going to shade this direction. And I forgot to add my numbers, which you could do. Just add a couple on each side. I think I'm going to use a different number. I think I'm going to use 10. 10 minus 9 is less than or equal to 3. 1 is less than or equal to 3. So this is a good solution set. Okay, and let's try one more. These are a little bit bigger numbers, but we can still solve this one. Do great at it. Now this one, they moved where the x is, but that's okay. You're still going to get the x by itself. So the 54 is positive, so you're going to minus 54 from both sides. Then we're left with x less than or equal to, and this would be 54 minus, should be 9. Be careful on this one. A lot of people want to put 11 because, and it's negative because there's more, because they're the wrong way, but 45 to 54 would only be 9. And then to show your answer here, you would be negative 9. So I put a negative 9, and I need to do this, clean it up a little bit. I know I'm going to shade it in because the equal sign is included, and I know I'm going to shade this direction. And then remember, you need to know how to draw or write out the numbers on a number line. And when you do that, you can double check. So let's do like 54 plus 10. Not a negative 10, but a positive 10. I just know that's an easy number. So then 55, yep, 55 is greater than or equal to 45. So I know we're good on that one. It does get a little more challenging, but this is just the basic steps of solving one-step inequalities with addition and subtraction.